I am in the Peter MacCallum Cancer Centre in Melbourne on day one post my CAR T infusion. So I made the decision about 8 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, when I found out there was a clinical trial for CLL of CAR T here in Melbourne. To screen for that, I'd been on ibrutinib for 6 months after relapsing on venetoclax, and this specific trial required 6 months on ibrutinib with stable disease. It's quite unusual. The other trials I'd looked at in the US were after a BTK inhibitor failure. So the fact that I qualified for this trial, even though my disease was in a fantastic state, really in a deep remission with ibrutinib, we just don't know how long the remission could last. And I made the very difficult, angsty decision with the guidance of Con Tam and Michael Dickinson here at the Peter Mac to screen for the trial. Got one of the 10 places that they have here, and I'm very grateful that I'm not in America now or on the other side of the planet, or as much as I love London, not having to do this anywhere other than home. So yesterday at 11 o'clock, the cells that had been harvested about 7 weeks earlier were sent to the US for manufacture. They were put back into me. And it was a tiny little syringe, and I've got a photo which I'll put up on this, but it's a tiny little syringe, 30 mils, and that was put into me by a nurse in the apheresis ward, and I've been watched ever since, and I'm now, about 29 hours post-infusion, and they are keeping a very close eye on me. This is a brand new CAR T. I'm definitely within the first 20 in the world. I'm first on the higher dose at the Peter Mac, and I think I'm their third CLL patient. They're all very excited that this is an option for CLL patients. We don't get many clinical trials for CAR T. Obviously, it's not FDA approved. There is, a fair bit of risk, although I'm told it's low risk for me because I have so little disease. My MRD last week in a bone marrow was 0.4. So I did yesterday pretty much, not want to leave home and have this, because I don't, the fear of what might happen over the next few days was outweighing the fear of my disease at that point. But I know this is the right decision, and frankly, it's too late anyway. But as I said to the children, I'm hoping that I'm now a genetically modified human being, and that I'm a Captain America or Captain Australia rather than the Incredible Hulk. We'll see what the scientists did with my cells. If I start raging, then it might not just be that they've been naughty.